This visit gave each ranger a chance to make a permanent record of his memories.
Didn't know where it was. Rumors got around it was over in Ireland someplace, and we ended up in Belfast.
When we landed at Salerno, Fox won the Distinguished Service Cross, but I'm not going to tell you about that. I'll tell you about his romance.
And I had a live grenade in my hand that I didn't throw yet.
When the Rangers were at our zoo, we used to take an extra 5-mile speed march up to the Army hospital.
We were trained by the most astute and tough Scottish training instructors that I've ever run into.
So I yelled back at him in French, pêcheur, which means fisherman. With that, he said, "Ça va," and went on back into his cabin. So the landing was completed without any general alert being made.
Northerly, out of Naples, Italy, there's a valley of Venafro.
And here at Kerry Fergus has just been one of the highlights of my life.
They even became television stars. Joined by Milburn Henke.
Oh, we made a lot of friends here. Paddy Woods, and he ran the pub in Dungannon, and he was especially a good friend of ours. Every time we got broke, why, you hocked in your wristwatch, and at the end of the month when you got paid, then you paid him.
They're lovely gentlemen. They've been all the talk in Northern Ireland already, and we've just come off the programme, something like 10 or 15 minutes, and already people are phoning up. They're trying to find out is such and such here, is such and such there.
The Rangers came from units that had been stationed throughout Northern Ireland, and they went to visit old haunts.
He was the guy that formed us. He was our leader. I would like to find the place where we were billeted, and I have my diary here, and as I read it here, it says, our next place was right smack in town. An old distillery about 20 years before became our next home.
Are you sure this is where you
Yeah, right up there.
Oh, yeah.
We lived on the second floor. Down here was where the kitchens and the mess hall was. And then around behind was the storage yard where we had all of our equipment. There was another building back there that had the whiskey stored in it that was supposedly put in there in 1921 and 1922.
We also went into Coleraine. We were from a unit down at Castle Rock. We used to come up there because we were always looking for good watering places and see if there are any girls in town. Somehow we always ended up at Mary's Bar, where we had something called Coleraine whiskey. I'm sure they made it the night before, so the revenuers would never get it. And I managed to lose my voice twice in this bar, and I'm not that talkative. We're looking for Mary's Bar.
Mary's Bar! There's a couple of street here on the left-hand side.
I was there in 1942. I was on the first boat, first troops in town.
I was on the Irish Guard and put me off for smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're doing intelligence work.
Oh, intelligence work,
Yes.
yeah.
Probably checking up on us.
This tastes smoother now. I think they must make it a week in advance. We were here in 1942, and we'd come and visit this bar, and do you remember any of the people who were here?
Well, Mary Craig was a well-known woman in Coleraine, and everybody that bought the bar just kept her name on it.
There was a camp just opposite where I lived called Agivy Camp. And the Americans came in there and they practiced, it was engineers, and they made pontoon bridges. Now before they...
That was
you folks.
Yeah. Heard about the Emerald Isle, but for the first time I was seeing it, and the country was just so beautiful, and it was reflected in the personalities of the people. They were sort of comfortable and friendly and very hospitable.
Let's go, Bob.
Okay,
This looks like old training.
Yeah.
They tested themselves against the Giant's Causeway, County Antrim's 60-million-year-old geological wonder.
Are we over the hill yet? I'm on the Castle Rock Golf Course, and this is where I was stationed from about February 25th or 26th of 1942 till June 2nd, 1942, when I volunteered to leave this nice area and go into the Rangers. It looks even better now, and of course I'll just put this right in. Don't show the last of that. I met the pastor's daughter, and she wanted to know if I played golf, and I stupidly said yes. And so we went out in the links one day, and she beat me. I thought, okay. So we went out again, and she beat me again. And of course, I blame it all on the wind there.
I used to know a young lady there by the name of Audrey Love. Her folks run a tea house. And we used to go down the same golf course, Colonel. We used to walk around though, too. I used to be our door for our company lived in this.
Ray Rodriguez, accompanied by his wife, looking for the girl he had walked out with in 1942.
Do you know any Loves?
The Loves? Oh, yes. Mrs. Love is dead now. They owned the bar.
We used to own a tea room at one time.
Yes, they owned a tea room as well.
She had a daughter named Audrey?
Yeah, Audrey Love, yes. Her daughter is married to Philip Monteith, and they live just in Sea Park. They're still alive.
Audrey? Yes. You remember me?
What is that? Well, did you actually remember my name? Oh, you did remember. Mm-hmm. You remembered it was Audrey Love. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you? Good gracious me.
Because somebody asked me if I remember anybody that lived in this town. I said, well, it's been 50 years. I said, but I remember one person. I remember Audrey Love.
We were just friends. Well, now, perhaps if we'd been more, I would have remembered. Huh? Probably never forgotten.
No.
That's right. You'd always remember that. Years ago. It's been a long time. That's a long time. A long time. And you probably never thought you'd see me alive.
I didn't think I ever came back here.
Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul, praise Him, for He is thy help and salvation.
In the 1940s, American servicemen came to this province, came at a time when Belfast had suffered through the Blitz of the Luftwaffe, came at a time when victories in Europe were very scarce. Their coming, your coming, brought something of hope to the hearts of many people. Hope of deliverance, hope of better days ahead, hope of peace. What counted in this outfit was what a man had within him.
3 Ranger battalions led the way in the invasion of North Africa, on to Sicily, and up through Italy. Later, 2 other Ranger battalions would silence the German guns at Omaha Beach. But their young leader was killed by sniper fire in Italy on the last day of the war in Europe. William Darby was awarded the rank of Brigadier General posthumously.